As someone who values personal growth, self-improvement and fitness, I've observed a concerning trend among some men. A pattern of holding themselves back once they enter a relationship. It's a danger I've come to call the evil of intimacy. Now, before everyone goes on a tangent and discredits me as an incel, I'm not saying women are evil, nor am I saying relationships or intimacy is evil. But what I have come to realize is that many men, upon finding a partner, start neglecting their personal goals, fitness and training, assuming that they've already achieved what they needed simply because they peaked at the summit of, I'm in a relationship now, so this means she adores me just the way I am, which also suggests that I no longer need to fight complacency or mediocrity. This conundrum reminds me of the environmental and behavioral consequences of growing up in a household of alcoholics. Essentially, there are two archetypes of people. Person A will continue to follow what's exposed to themselves, aka delve deeper down the rabbit hole of drinking their sorrows away while trying to navigate their way out of depression by escaping reality, while person B, on the other hand, refuses to follow the same empty and miserable path by learning from the mistakes of others. This case study, in essence, resonates personally, as I've been exposed to that type of indoctrinated habit. I simply disputed the idea of losing myself mentally and chose to live life with complete and utter sobriety. Of course, this is not to suggest that drinking is a total sin against health. Discipline to maintain control and at least half sobriety is extremely important. So how does this all tie back into the evil of intimacy? Relationships can contain an illusion of achievement. Just like with alcohol, person A is exposed to a beautiful and good-natured partner, which brings the best in themselves, which motivates and encourages the person to despise mediocrity to provide the most fulfilling life for both their family and each other. He continues to self-improve, educate himself, and keep himself in shape while sustaining the mentality of Kaizen. In contrast, person B is exposed to the same beautiful and adoring partner, but finds contentment in his circumstances and himself because he believes the prize has already been attained. This means he doesn't need to maintain or upkeep his presentation through fitness or create goals to become the best version of himself possible. So the true evil of intimacy in this behavior is the man himself. The initial excitement and euphoria of being in a new relationship can lead to a sense of accomplishment. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, I've got the girl, so I must be doing something right. This illusion of achievement can be self-sabotage as it diverts attention away from the journey of self-improvement that should never truly end. I've seen this happen numerously. Someone who was once on top of their game, in the best shape of their life, has everything together, but finds a girl and transforms into a complete 180 of themselves. Fitness, gone. Abs, gone. Healthy habits, gone. Ambition, gone. And this is why I've set up an entire fitness and self-improvement university to ensure that never happens. Shameless plug, I know. It's like befriending the most promising athlete in high school and meeting him 10 years later, thinking to yourself, man, what happened to you? You used to be the best, but now you've just fallen into shit. You probably know someone like that. Understand that complacency breeds stagnation. When men become complacent in their personal development, growth comes to a halt. Stagnation sets, and their potential remains untapped. It's crucial to understand that personal growth should be a lifelong commitment, irrespective of one's relationship status. Continuously striving to be a better version of oneself benefits not only the individual, but also the relationship as a whole. Now, you could argue that this content behavior could be a result of selecting the wrong partner as well, and that is true. Some women do like the idea of being in a more dominant position. I'm sure you've seen the videos of women reacting to aesthetic men with a sign of disgust.
Okay, that's not attractive. I don't know how people find that attractive.
Some women just don't like the idea of having a man that looks better than themselves. This means they have to keep up body image wise to a degree, which isn't so pleasant to a lot of people. However, ultimately, a man should take full accountability if he finds himself stuck in a certain situation. It's cowardly to blame his failures and faults on anyone, God forbid his own partner. If you're in a relationship and treat yourself like a fan, of course, you're not going to prioritize your physique or ambitions. You've already lost. Rather than viewing a relationship as a finish line, it's essential to see it as a partnership for mutual growth. Both partners should encourage and support each other's aspirations and ambitions. A truly fulfilling relationship allows for personal growth within a nurturing and supportive environment. As Napoleon Hill explored in his book Think and Grow Rich, through sexual transmutation, women can be the ignition to your aspirations, or they can be the downfall of it, which I've briefly paraphrased, by the way. As such, accountability plays a vital role in maintaining consistency in personal growth. Having a partner who holds you accountable for your goals and commitments can be incredibly moving. This kind of partnership fosters a healthy sense of responsibility and inspires both individuals to become the best version of themselves. I've been blessed to see this example in real time with my close friend's relationship, but I've also seen the exact opposite in another friend as well. Men should always prioritize self-care, including getting absolutely jacked, getting stronger in the gym, and working on their mental health and emotional balance. Nothing good comes out of validating your achievements and success in life simply because you now achieved a girlfriend. Because it doesn't stop there. Just like how marriage is another way of saying, welcome to a new beginning. Of entrapment, that is. Of course I'm joking. So when people say take control of your life, it also means to keep control of it as well. Don't lose yourself in the process.